what's your views on Tariq Nasheed? Because he's got this thing called Foundational Black American.
Yeah.
What is that about? Because I feel like that's pure division, if I'm not gonna...
It is. But I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. This is what it is. There were too many black people from outside Africa, from outside America, going to America and playing the arse. And what it is African Americans spotted this and spotted that there's a consistent pattern. Black Caribbeans, black people from Africa going to America and being the arse. And what the FBA agenda is putting up a wall and saying, no, you guys can't be a part of this if you're going to be on that, raccoon train.
When you say playing the arse, what? Because from what I know, a lot of Africans, a lot of Caribbeans who go there, academically, they're surpassing them. And also business-wise, they're surpassing them. So who was playing the arse?
When they then use that to say, well, that means that you African Americans are lazy. Do you see?
Yes.
And then being on some right-wing conservatism, let's throw African Americans under the bus.
That is true.
Let's pretend that Jim Crow didn't happen, redlining didn't happen, breaking up of African American business districts, breaking up of African American families. The COINTELPRO didn't happen. The Iran Contras and then moving drugs into the black community didn't happen. Yeah. And there's a whole list of things continuing right up until now that the American government has done to African Americans. And so for those black people recently arrived from outside America, you all didn't face any of that.
Now, I want to stop the brother here. His name is Robin Walker, if you guys didn't know. And this is something that I have learned personally. I've dated a couple of women from Africa, Burkina Faso, and Nigeria, to be specific. And I've also been on dates, African women, and they all hold the same sentiment. They all feel this way. Their parents tell them, or whoever back home, stay away from African Americans, stay away from them black folks. The Akatas, and they take great pride in that none of their people were slaves, even though they sold their people into slavery, which let's get this straight off top. But they do think that no racism exists. They are able, just like a lot of other people in this world who are non-white people that come to the United States, they don't have to deal with that firsthand. They didn't have to deal with it. They never fought for any of that. Then once all the civil rights and everything, Jim Crow is over, they start coming over here in droves and say, see, we're able to do this. We're able to do that. Why can't you guys do this? Why can't you guys do that? But on the flip side, when we go to your countries, we're doing things that you can't do. So we say the same thing. Why can't you guys do that? I'm just saying. So Africans do, he's talking about it's divisive. It's only divisive when FBA or Foundational Black Americans try to say, hey, we're not associated with you guys doing any of these things. You guys come together with your own communities and separate yourselves when you come here to the United States. You separate yourselves. You don't align. You try to say that you're better Caribbean and African. We're better than you guys. But you copy us with everything. The African American or the Black American, Foundational Black American, is the most emulated human being on earth. The culture, even though you say we don't have culture, which is insane to me, is completely insane that you talk this way about people, but all of you guys are trying to be like them, which is bananas. But I'm going to let him finish. He's going to touch on some things because this guy that's interviewing him is just like, these guys, we always do, but it's insane. He's going to drop a bomb on Buddy right now, but let's get into it.
So, of course, you're going to be doing better than African Americans. Duh.
Yeah. But not all of them can be affected by this. There's always got to be certain people who rise above it, regardless of what the situation is. It's just the natural nature thing. Weeds grow through gardens, you name it. Mm-hmm. Why do you think it is that a country like Jamaica or Africa, where they too have had their deprivations, had their colonialism, had their slavery, why do they go somewhere and tend to excel amongst people who also have gone through it?
Because you're not comparing like with like, that's why.
Okay.
A lot of us think we are comparing like with like. You're not. Let me explain. Generally speaking, Caribbeans in America, not the ones in the Caribbean, but the ones in America, will represent the top 10%.
I see.
So if you're really going to compare like with like, you have to compare the top 10% of Caribbeans with the top 10% of African Americans.
Okay.
And when you compare the two, the African Americans are slaughtering us, bro. It's not even close. It's a massacre. But what it is we compare the top 10% with your average African American. You're not comparing like with like. And if you compare your average African American, you're 51, you've got 1 to 100 and Mr. number 51. Number 51 is richer by a factor of 20 than your average Jamaican. Do you see? So what happens is it's a perception thing. Now, let's be clear. We can all point to people from outside America. Go to America and rise. Yeah. Colin Powell did that. Kamala Davy Harris has done that, whatever. But you can't pretend that's typical. Do you see?
Yeah.
But what happens is because we live in a world where people don't really have full pictures, you can take the exception, use that to smack around African Americans' faces. This guy just got off the boat. He's doing better than you. Not realizing, but for my man to have got on the boat in the first place, he wasn't typical of the country that he was coming from. He was in the top echelons of that country. Do you see?
Yeah.
And the same is true also with people from Africa going to Black America. So if we're going to compare the top 10%, let's compare the top 10%. And when we do that, African Americans are slaughtering us.
Shout out to bro, man. I'm glad he straightened him out on that, because a lot of Africans think like he thinks, even though he's speaking from a perspective of being in the UK, which you're away from home. You don't say that in the UK though, right? And another thing I wanted to point out, these folks doing these podcasts, they don't have anything else to talk about except for Black Americans, right? There is no comparison, right? You sold your people and you still are broke. You still got colonized. And this isn't to try and speak negatively on Africans, but I've had conversations. I haven't spoke with all of them, but I've had conversations. Come back, do this, the scamming, you can come here, be free, you're home, welcome home, even though we sold you. We're different. We are different. What they say, all skin folks ain't kin folks. Jira, you're not Black. I know, right? This is the thought process they have, wishing that they had the chance they could come to America. Wishing they could. Everything that how you dress now is all influenced by Black Americans. Don't say African Americans. All that is over. And you're mad because Black Americans are like, yo, we choose to identify. All the stuff that you're saying about this, and when you guys have your own communities, you separate yourselves. You don't want to be aligned. You're telling your kids to stay away from them. Man, cut it out, guys. Yo. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.